they couldn't skate no more. Office building lobby.
Free and the home of the
It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the San Diego Padres. Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Our partner ready to go. Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
And now,
the crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Just about to get started. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Andy Franco.
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
At the plate for Pittsburgh,
leading off the afternoon for
Sandoval.
Pittsburgh, the first baseman, number 29.
That catches the zone for a strike, and a new season is officially underway.
No, that missed.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken back as you jog back to the dugout.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Right-hander kicks, deals. That one misses, and the count's even at 2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Close one doesn't get the call, and it's 3-2.
That pitch was pretty borderline at the top of the zone, and he's not digging the call out there on the mound. Clearly pretty frustrated, so he's going to have to collect himself a little.
Brown makes the grab, 1 down.
Batting second, the shortstop.
Here's a Pirates lineup now. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Sidney Ostrander now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. And that skips in the dirt. 1 out, base is empty. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the curve, and it was a smart choice.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Gerald Fields stands in now and watches strike 1. Fields went deep in his most recent game. Up and in, and the count even 1-1. Late on that fastball.
Well, he looks to have some quality stuff on the hill today. Start this outing out. Pepper in the zone. Arm is loose and firing him in there.
That one missed. Got him swinging. Down in order go the Pirates. And now the Friars will get their first chance. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here with my pal Siggy. And on the hill, Junior Bledsoe.
Yeah, ZRA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in for San Diego, Justin Brown. And that one upstairs, ball one. Brown, a former All-Star, 28 years old, and he's a native of South Korea. Just off the outside edge. Ball two.
2 balls, no strikes.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
2-1's the count.
There's the swing and a miss.
2-2.
And down on strikes he goes. And one out now.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
And now it's going to be Rob Mann. Bledsoe certainly has electric stuff, considered by many to be a strikeout pitcher. He might not be at the top level in that category, but strikeout's a big part of his game.
And he doesn't beat himself. I mean, he's going to throw strikes. He's not going to issue many free passes, and he's going to keep the ball in the ballpark.
Falling behind 2-1.
So when you look at that, he's not completely preventing guys from hitting home runs, but he's so consistent that you look up. By the time he gives the ball over, it's the 6th or 7th inning, and there's 1 or 2 runs on the board at most.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Edward Simon in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. In there at the knees, and it's 0-2. Hard hit right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Padres go down quietly. We played an inning, no score. Second inning set to go. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Josh Medeiros. Medeiros launched a homer in his most recent game.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. And that's in the dirt. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And there's a ball.
This hitter's looking for a fastball,
2-1.
but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Just doesn't seem to want to throw him a fastball.
Fastball for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt pop it. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
And he grounds one to the right side. And that's just foul. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Man, that was a pretty good battle at the plate, and I'll tell you, it feels pretty good as a hitter when you grind out a hit like that. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Ball.
Going to count 1 and 2. Man at first, one away. Next pitch is outside. Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Mark Womack, the next Pirate to hit. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here on opening day. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw, save.
One, two.
This one in the dirt. Tag, save. He's into third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there could be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Simon under it, and that is that. So one left for Pittsburgh. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the shortstop, Doyle Chick. Clips the corner. Strike one. And that's in there at the knees.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
And down on strikes. That K is his third of the game.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Randy Connors, batting with one down, takes a strike. Check swing went around. That is strike 2.
0-2.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Second inning here. No score. Missed with a changeup. And it's 1-2. Way high.
That's up. That's a ball.
That one misses. 3-2 now. And that one popped in the air, left field. He's got it. Out number 2.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Christian Carroll in the box now. No balls and a strike. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Nothing doing there for the Friars. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at Petco Park, on to the third inning, and stepping in is the speedy Stephan Marte. That's a strike. 0-1.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Outside, and the count 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Outside low, 2-2. And that one hammered. That's back. Gone. And that should quiet this home crowd. And the Pirates take the lead. It's 1-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Maurice Kyle, the next Pirate to hit. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
That one is upstairs. Franco,
3-0.
maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
That one fouled off. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Now it's going to be Ramon Sandoval. He's 0 for 1. In there, and it's 0-1.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
That one to first. Tally. takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
The batter, the shortstop,
Sidney Ostrander, the next Pirate to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Man brings it in, and that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the DH, Tim Vick. Bledsoe back to work. That missed by a lot. And that is ball 1. That one missed.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 2-1.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be careful with him right now.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And that's ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
So digging in, Henry Talley. Just off the inside edge. Vick aboard here at first with nobody out. That one is absolutely belted. And there's a hit. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Steiner will hit next. And a swing and a miss.
It's 0-1.
Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here in the last half of the 3rd. Ground ball left side. And it's just foul. That was close. And that one is inside ball 1. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS game, foul tip, and he hangs on. That's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Fields sizes this one up, drops into the glove. Runner tags for 3rd. He'll score on the sac fly. You're tied at 1.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner 3rd, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Man batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Tied up here in the early going. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. A run, a hit, and a man left. On to inning number 4. All tied 1-1. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Gerald Fields. There's the strike. Fields measures 5 feet 10 inches, 32 years old, and he's won a Silver Slugger in the American League. Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2.
And ball 1.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
This one high in the air to left center. Simon settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one down. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Josh Medeiros. Went down on strikes his first time through. Just
No, that
missed.
That's the ball. 1-0.
Just missed.
Ball.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
The next offering misses. And now 3-0.
He hasn't
3-0.
fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Ball 4, tried another curve but couldn't locate it.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Go ahead run on base. Kane digs in now. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
No,
Franco checks
safe.
over to first, and he's back. Hit in the air left field. And there's 2 down. Now it's the second baseman, Jackson Steiner. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Late on that fastball.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
On the ground, right side. Slings to first, and that is the inning. Pirates lead 1. Score remains tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom 4, and the batter now, Edward Simon. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You know, these Padres showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
That's outside. 2 balls and a strike.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Next offering is in for a strike. High fly ball down the left field line. Going back on this one. Leaping, and he brought it back. And now the shortstop, Doyle Chick.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And that one's a little bit low. And it's 1-0. All tied up here on opening day. Hit hard, base hit.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle. allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Check on the runner. And here is Randy Connors. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball one. Chick at first, one gone. And a swing and a miss.
1-1. No, that's out.
That's off the mark. Ball three. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in. Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Christian Carroll getting ready to hit. And the pitch is outside. Ball one.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Grounder might be two. Off balance feet. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now Tim Vick worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Strike two.
0-2.
And that's too high.
This hitter's been seeing good velocity in the at-bat. It's kind of set up for that changeup. He hasn't seen it yet. Looks just like a fastball out of the hand.
And that's outside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Huge strikeout there.
Well, this guy competes.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. That's in there. That's strike one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen for San Diego. Pete Crane preparing to come on if needed. Greer getting cranked up as well. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him in the mound.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down, I got this.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Stephen Marte. And a foul ball. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Fought off foul. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first, and that quickly 2 away.
Good fade and sinking action to that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Maurice Kyle, the next Pirate to hit. Fly to center his first time. And that is out of play. 2 outs. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
That one drilled left field. This one's got a chance. Makes the catch up against the wall. So they make short work of him there. Last half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1. Back here in San Diego, we head to the bottom of the 5th. So digging in now for San Diego, Henry Talley. Very high with that one. Ball one. Action in the pen down there. Ken Lawrence getting loose out there. Bolger warming up as well. Swing and a miss, and the count is 1-1.
1-1.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to
That's
pick
the
that
ball.
up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike 2. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Struck him out looking. Derek Steiner, the next to hit. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. And that one is lifted in the air. Medeiros settles under this one. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 away. So the lineup flips over. Now it's the right fielder, Justin Brown. First pitch,
Nope,
just misses. 2 outs,
1-0.
base is empty. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. Next for the Padres, Rob Mann. Both 2 in this one. And that's
Ball
off
inside.
the inside edge. And that's ball 1. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. That one finds the zone, and the count
1
even
ball,
at
1
1.
strike.
Pickoff throw. Brown back in on a dive. Inside.
That's in. Ball.
Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a pop-up. And that'll fall for a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. That's one of those things where, as a hitter, you kind of feel like you were due for something like that to drop in for you, no matter how good or bad you've been swinging the bat.
In plenty of time to first, 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Padres leave a pair. Score remains deadlocked at 1. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Pete Crane. And now the first baseman, Ramon Sandoval. And that's a strike. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Jim Eaton up and loosening in the pen. Berry, a left-hander, also throwing. Now 1-1.
That's the ball. 1-1.
Hard hit left side. Whips it across. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Sidney Ostrander will hit next. Fastball is outside.
1 ball, no strikes.
That's off the inside corner. 2-0.
2-0.
All tied up here on opening day. Cut on and lifted in the air. Brown. And makes the grab. And there are 2 outs. Gerald Fields digs in now. Fields with a homer in his last game. Slides, but it gets by him. Go ahead run on base. Medeiros now at the plate. He is struck out and he is walked. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second with a stolen base.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
In the dirt, blocked. Go-ahead run at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Breaking down the young and what I owed him. Trying to fit into an aura that I molded. Off the mold, break the cycle of who likes you and what you might do if you tried to. They call
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ken Lawrence. This is his 3rd time out this year. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Doyle Chip, 1 for 2. And that one fouled off. And that's downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Activity in Pittsburgh's bullpen. Lincoln Rodriguez appears to be getting loose. Villegas also getting ready. Swings and misses. And it's 1 and 2.
It normally does
1 and 2.
damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
The shortstop takes the ball. Still 2 and 2 after the foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Outside low. And that's ball 3.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So he gets a hit after a long battle with the pitcher.
But when you see that many pitches in an at-bat, your chances of succeeding go up. And right there we see the result.
Down the third baseman, Randy Connors. for a called strike. And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a swing and a miss. And one gone.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And now Christian Carroll. There's a strike. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. He'll circle the bases. His first homer of the year, and they lead it. It's 3-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
One down. Tim Vick getting ready to hit. First pitch, and it just misses.
Ball.
Still only one out here in the inning. Next offering is fouled back. Lawrence, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
On the ground, and it goes just foul. That's hard hit on the line. Fields snags it for the second out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Medeiros. And the inning is over. 2 across on this San Diego homer. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show.
When I come out, they run out. I'll be rocking that stage to the sun out. Your boy cooked, I'm blown up. Time to lace my boots and show up.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jim Eaton.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Kane,
That's
the
a ball.
leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Way outside,
count.
and it's 2-0. And another
3-0.
ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. It falls in, and that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Swing and a foul out of play. Tying run at the plate and fouled off. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And there's one away. Mark Womack, the next Pirate to hit.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Heading down the line. And that's a foul ball. Move to first.
Now, this guy's definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
The tying run at the plate.
1-1.
In the dirt, but kept close. And an excellent job keeping it right there. And that's downstairs and outside.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Line to left. He dives, but he can't make the catch. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. And now the center fielder, Stephen Marte. He's already homered in this game. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1.
That two-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher can really finish off that batter.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. So the tying run at second. Line drive, and no one can get there. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps.
New arm out of the bullpen, Edmund Greer.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Kyle in the box now, takes strike 1. 1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Just missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop.
And that one gets away at the plate. Nothing happening on the bases, though. And misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, when you swing through that one breaking ball that puts you up against the ropes with 2 strikes, you think he's either going to double up or try to blow a fastball by you with the next pitch. And right there, he snapped off another curve. It was the same result as the pitch before.
Now here is Ramon Sandoval. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Swings and misses. Struck him out. So a job well done from the Friar bullpen that time. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Padres 3 and the Pirates 1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh, Randolph Bolger.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's the catcher, Derek Steiner.
I'm just a simple man.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that will drop foul. Bolger, in his third season, he features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a two-seamer, and he works in a sinker. Swings through that.
0-2.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the seventh. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Late on that fastball.
So hard to touch.
2-2.
I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Medeiros pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Rob Mann, the next up for the Padres. Right through there for a strike. Just missed. Into center and a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
And the batter now, Edward Simon. 0 for 3 in this one. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Man, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next pitch is outside. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Swing and a ground ball, and foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 1 left for San Diego as the lead remains 3-1. Ready to begin the 8th, and the batter will be the shortstop, Sidney Ostrander. Greer back to work. That's in there, and that is strike 1. Change up on the corner, and that's a strike. Not close with that one, and it's 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And the Padres manager making his way. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Roger Berry. Here's the left fielder, Gerald Fields. There's a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
On the ground to third. Over to first. 2 up, 2 down.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Swing, and it's popped straight up. Steiner gets under it. And he makes the catch. And that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. Home half of inning. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Jeffrey Lou on for his major league debut. So we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium. But the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher. Whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw. And just let him lead you in this one.
Here's the third baseman, Randy Connors. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Bullpen action for the Pirates. Ronnie Gonzalez getting ready to go. Pitch in the dirt, and the count is 2-0. One down, base is empty. That one off the mark, and that's ball 3. Hard hit, left field, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
That misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Connors leads off first with 1 away.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Steiner. Glove. And the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Clemente Infante. A chance at his first save of the year. Now, here is Emmett Payne. Yeah, that's fouled off. And the 0-1. Next offering misses down and away.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This to third. Connors slings it across. 1 up, 1 down. He's 2 outs away. Steiner, the next to hit, 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That pitch gets the corner, 0-1.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
And a swing and a miss there.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. And they're down to their last out.
Well, that seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there something off, extend that at bat.
And it's fouled away. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Hit to the left side, and this is going to do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Padres claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Always nice to win the home opener of a 4-game series. You know you got a lot of miles in the journey against that other team, but it all starts with the first game. You can set the tone, position yourselves, set up your bullpen, got everybody fresh and ready to go when you're in the driver's seat. We'll see if they can continue that momentum in tomorrow's game.
And your final 3-1.
Okay, Mr. Misfit, but I ain't Mr. Fit in mine. This some rich by Gucci Pampers for my runs. I get so much, I lose my mind, but on a new one. I guess what they say about the mind, kinda true, huh? Terrible thing away. New watch, the color just spoke to me. A bird was in the face. New rat, they dose to me. Hilarious in the way. My smacker too close to me. While plastic taking my coat from me. I blast it.